is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie for your Wednesday podcast. Funny nicknames for Are we just focusing on neighbours here? It's just neighbours, Kate?
I think,
is that
yeah,
what you're
let's
doing
do...
today?
Yeah.
So it's like the neighbours edition of funny nicknames.
It is the neighbours edition of funny nicknames. Promise not to play the neighbours theme song.
No, don't do that.
But the people that live in your street, we should know their names. We don't. We never chat, but we know exactly what they're doing, and we come up with funny little, sometimes mean names for them.
I'd love to know what your neighbours refer to you as, Fitz. Well, there he goes, the bloody spaghetti on steroids. There he goes.
What?
There he goes, the bloody the big tall baldy.
Maybe you stay out of it. Yes,
save these for the podcast. These are awesome.
Yeah. Stay tuned, guys. More where
There he
that
goes.
came from in the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk art, and it's art is in the eye of the beholder. Have gone wrong because they try to connect New York City with Dublin, right? With an art installation. It was known as a portal, so it was this huge circular portal, and what it does, it was beaming Dublin into New York, and it was beaming New York into Dublin. So on a night out on the weekend, you could see what's happening in Dublin, and you could be in New York going, what are the Irish doing?
Was this like an art installation where you could go to a gallery and then you step through a tunnel and
No.
Well, you just go and look at it, do you? And you can see Dublin.
It's like a huge circular
It's like a big
television.
mirror.
Yeah, but so that they would have a camera that would beam back into Dublin, what was happening in New York.
I quite like it.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. The thing is... Oh, you've got some great Irish music there. Well done, Jess. You got any other Irish music for us? That's it.
In essence, Fitz, it's just like a screen in Pitt Street Mall that shows Dublin.
Yes. So you go there and you can see what's happening on the other side. The thing is, though, the Irish have taken advantage of it.
They wanted to show New York a couple of things, did they?
So one woman was very drunk and was arrested after 20 minutes, was slapping and grinding in front of the portal.
Oh, my God.
Then an OnlyFans model rocked up.
Nah.
She flashed her breasts.
Hang on a minute.
Another man was just stood in front of the portal back to New York, and he was snorting a substance off his hand. This is the Irish.
Well, it kind of turned into an embarrassment Olympics, didn't it? Where from Dublin to New York, they were just trying to outdo the other one.
One Irishman took his phone out, put it straight up to the camera, and it was a video of the World Trade Center going down.
Oh, Jesus.
This is back to New York. Apparently they've got to take it down because New York is just furious.
Great in theory, though, isn't it? To be able to look through a portal into Ireland's just you didn't expect your favourite OnlyFans.
Well, this is the other thing as well. And the amount of mooning has gone through the roof. So,
Is it? Can I just ask about the mooning? Is it a sign of love for the fun of the portal, or is it a kick in the pants? Like, hey, Dublin, let me show you what I think of you. I mean, have a look at this through this brown eye.
if you had a mate that was in New York, got him on the phone, if you got him on the phone and said, get down to the portal, we've got a couple of things up our sleeve.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a laugh.
Hey,
it is a laugh.
Get all your mates to the portal in half an hour. My mate's got a trick. It's called the windsurfer. You're gonna love this.
You're not in Paris. How is that the Eiffel Tower? That is an unbelievable effort.
I will not eat that hamburger. Tom, let's get a portal. We need one.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah,
That's
you
a good
bet,
idea.
man. I love it.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to talk about nicknames because I even just reading the article, I lolled in the...
Oh, you lolled a bit, did you?
I lolled in the Home Office because I think the most... Okay, I don't like nicknames when people have given themselves nicknames.
Yeah.
But I love a nickname, and it's a bit mean, but that the person who you've nicknamed doesn't know it's their nickname. and it's just a little joke between friends, like, oh, we call such and such up the corridor. I'll give you an example because I'm not doing it very well, am I? So give us a call if you've got a funny name for someone at work, and then we can reveal what we call Whipper behind his back. It's hilarious.
That's what I was sort of waiting for, because I noted that on the ideas list. And then we can reveal to Whipper what we call him. So we'll wait.
Well, I
we'll
don't
get a
speak
drum
like
roll.
that.
You're repeating the joke.
We'll get a drum roll for that, Jess, for when that... Not yet, Jess.
No, not
so
yet.
We'll do that at the end.
Hang on
really...
for that. That's hilarious. I've got a few here just to get the ball rolling. If you've got one, give us a call. They've surveyed all these people. So there's one guy, and I don't know, he's got a busy street, a very busy street, but doesn't know the name of the neighbours except for the nickname. So they call one guy the Torch up the road. He's now moved on, which is probably for the best, because there was no do-it-yourself job around the house or around the yard that he wasn't prepared to set himself on fire for. Awesome. So they called him the Torch. I love this one. We had a dead Dave down the street because no one had seen Dave for a while, so everyone thought he died. Oh, did you know Dave died? No, he didn't die. Oh, but now they just call him Dead Dave. Yes. Hey, guess what? Dead Dave's up there. Propane Elaine, which is good.
Great.
Because she's mad for the barbecue. And I think even this person might live in the UK or in a very cold area. So regardless of the weather, that barbecue's on, and she will barbecue from under an umbrella.
Awesome.
If she wants
Committed.
a snag, not from the fry pan inside,
way known.
but from outside on the barbecue. And then there's, noisy Brian. I mean, that's a bit less clever because he likes to do a lot of things around the yard. What's that face for?
That face is I want to contribute, but I don't want my neighbours to hear what I call them.
Well, you do what I do, which is I have a friend who lives in this street, and this is what they call their neighbour.
Okay, I have a friend that lives in this street, and this is what they call their neighbour. There's Junkyard Ben, because of his front yard. Well,
What's in the front yard in your street apart from
in Rose Bay?
Rolls Royces?
No.
It's not good. Then there's the Towie cop. There's a police officer that lives down the street, and we went round there one time for a drink, and all they spoke about was pornographic material from Sweden.
They did not. Are they Swedish?
No.
Oh, they're just mad
They
for Swedish.
really love it as a great subcategory.
Oh, can I just tell you one more? Because that reminds me, in the adult category,
Go on.
They call another guy Thong Man, and that is because apparently the wife, this guy's wife, who's telling us the nicknames, a parcel arrived on their doorstep that wasn't from them, and they opened it up, and it was a pleather thong. And then they've obviously had to go up the road and give the box back and say,
Thong
I
Man.
think you're missing this. So now Thong Man lives at number 69, I'm guessing.
What?
A pleather thong, which is what I wore to Australian Fashion Week yesterday.
God.
Carol in Canterbury, have you got a nickname for your neighbour, Carol?
Yeah, we have. We call her Fruit Loop. Just picture a lady perving out through the bedroom window behind a curtain, watching everything you do. So you cut the tree, she rings the council. You walk your dog, she rings the council. You burp, she'll be ringing the council. So we call her the Fruit Loop.
Fair enough. She deserves that.
So annoying, I think, having to live around somebody like that.
Yeah, and the great thing is, too, when you get all the other neighbours in and you talk about them like that, everybody knows that's their name. Oh, the Fruit Loop. You know the Fruit Loop? Yeah, we know the Fruit Loop. She called the council again. Kelly's in Balcombe Hills. What you got, Kel?
Hi, well, I've got a couple. One of them, he likes to sleep around, so we all call him the Mad Rooter.
Yeah, okay.
We
Mad
have,
Rooter.
That's subtle.
we have another one we call the Sheriff because he wants to know everything that's going on.
Right. What are you, a
We
cop?
have- Yeah, oh no, the one across the road we call Snoop Dogg because he is a cop and he watches everything that we do.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, we have Lord Farquhar.
Oh, this
What is that because of his haircut?
Was he short?
Oh, yeah, both, all of the above.
Great.
And we have the governor that lives next door too.
The governor.
Yeah,
And what does the governor do? He's just in charge.
he runs a couple of the prisons.
Have you ever been busted? Ever been busted calling them their nickname, Kel?
Well, yeah, the Mad Rooter, he ended up getting caught out a few times and the rumours went around and they had to sell their house and, went their separate ways.
Oh, it's very sad, isn't it? As you giggle away there, Kelly. And other people's misfortune.
Kelly's quite familiar with him. Brett's in Botany. Hello, Brett. What do you call your neighbour?
Hello there. How are you going?
Good, Brett.
I had a neighbour that had hairy feet, and we used to call her Ugg Boots.
How did you know she had hairy feet,
I mean,
Brett? I mean, how close are you?
Well, a couple of boys had been friendly with her.
Brett, it was a late Brett.
Do you know, this is just the great nicknames. Neighbours edition.
Yes.
Wow, hairy feet.
Let's go to Zach in Newcastle. What's your nickname for your neighbour, Zach?
Morning, guys. We've just got a new neighbour and we call him the gardener because you never see him without a hoe in hand.
Oh, great nickname. Neighbours edition.
Zach.
Yeah, he's a popular guy, young, good-looking dude, and I had to applaud his figure.
You applaud him.
Always got a hoe in his.
Yeah, we heard
he's
it the
already
first
said it.
time.
He did say it, did he?
Yeah, he did say
I
it.
love this.
Cass in Camden. What's the nickname for the neighbour?
Hi, we've got a person who likes to break into our home and raid our pantry, so we call him Goldilocks.
Or the thief.
Are you serious?
You could use the word criminal if you wanted.
Are you mates with him though, Cass?
No, and the police say he's harmless.
Well, he's a criminal, though.
This is exactly what
He's
we
a
say.
thief.
So when it actually happened about 5 years ago, I was sitting on the front veranda checking my emails, having my cup of tea one morning, and when I went to go back inside, I thought, oh, you dope, you've locked yourself out. So I climbed through the front window and went about my day, but noticed that there was curried rice down the hallway and thought, oh, these damn kids, they've fed the dogs curry and now there's going to be runny poo everywhere, and I was cursing. And it wasn't until 7 o'clock that night when my daughter came home and went to her room and started screaming. He'd eaten the curried rice in her bed, climbed through her window while I was on the front veranda.
Sounds harmless to me.
And he'd locked me out.
Cass, you need to do something about this.
Immediately.
We have called the police because he'll come and eat from our bins. My neighbour will send a message, Goldilocks is on the loose, close your gate. And she'll say, oh, Goldilocks is out my front in eating from my bin again.
God.
Her daughters won't go outside to play because they're so scared.
What about the cops saying that he's harmless, though? He's
being in your daughter's bed is
he
not...
actually hasn't. He's got a syndrome, so I do have like a sense of, I feel sorry for him a little bit. But
you're sensitive to
he's
that.
I'm sensitive because I understand he's always hungry, and I kind of feel the same way.
So you connect on a hunger level.
Yeah, you can relate.
Never satisfied.
Story
sounds
of my
like.
life.
He's never satisfied.
But
so in his respite home, they actually lock. They've got a chained lock on. But we've called the police. We call the police all the time, and they're like, "Oh, it's Joel." They call him Joel, but we call him Goldilocks, and he's harmless. But he's not harmless if I meet him in the hallway.
Yeah, no,
in
that
my
freaks
home.
you out.
No, he's not.
No, your kids
or when
are
he's
there.
lying in your daughter's bed eating curry.
Yeah, I could not get her back in that bedroom for a week.
Funny that.
Gosh, all right. Let's go to Megan in Campbelltown. What's your neighbour's name?
Hey guys, this was a neighbour that I had when I was growing up, living with Mum and Dad. So this is Dad's nickname. The neighbour, very sweet man. His face, though, was covered in boils. So my dad calls him Chiquito, like the chocolate bar.
He was covered in what?
Boils.
Boils.
Oh, I'll never be able to eat a Chiquito again. It's one of my favourites.
No.
Oh, Megan, don't laugh. You're not allowed to laugh. You're laughing and you're not allowed to laugh at that.
It's purely at your reaction, not at the nickname.
No,
guys.
Megan.
Okay, guys, this is a really big moment for the show because last night on the email it went back, wait till we tell Whipper what his nickname is behind his back. So let's get a drum roll for Kate's.
Have a beat, Brady. Cheers.
Here we go. What bullying have you got for this morning?
I've got to find the message. Sorry, guys. These aren't great because these are the things we would say to you. Like the big rig, that's a good one.
That's not it.
The beast from the east.
That's not it.
Whipper the double dipper.
What does that mean?
Well, you work it out, mate. You know.
Sorry, mate.
That's It's great.
Is it?
No, and my favourite is Whopper. I mean, yeah, but you know that one, so it's not really fair.
Thank you, Kate Ritchie, and thank you, Ryan James Fitzgerald.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate Ritchie, we're all excited yesterday. The topic had started, and we want to keep the chat going.
Yes, we do.
Woo, singles party.
I'm down for this.
Right, okay.
Too early for the kiss.
Sorry.
Too early for the kiss.
Sorry.
Keep the kissing out of it.
Sorry about
yes,
that.
Fitz.
There's the soundbite for everyone. I'm up for this.
I said down for this.
Oh,
is that
damn,
different
okay.
to up for it?
Yeah, I suppose.
I think being up for it is like I'm down for this, meaning I support the singles party wholeheartedly. And I think Sydney does too. We talked about it yesterday. There are so many single people in Sydney at a bit of a loss on how to meet someone. There are, boys and girls all over this city, willy-nilly, from Five Dock to Parramatta.
Awesome. What a song. But when you say to me,
which are just down the road from each other, you know what I meant to say? There are single people from Palm Beach to Campbelltown, from Wollongong to Bella Vista.
I'm so sorry. She's lost
So you're
the plot.
basically saying that you're prepared to travel, Kate?
I am. I'm mad for it. I'm down. I'm up for travelling.
I'm mad down up for it.
I'm up for travelling. Tommy, how are you going? We did set you the task yesterday of finding a venue. Have you got something for us today?
I chased a lot of leads yesterday, guys. Very busy. I'm fairly confident I can announce something for you tomorrow.
You're a weapon.
Opera House.
Well, that's
something with a view.
Yeah.
If you don't come up with something great, we're going to have it at your place.
Well,
Tommy, suggestion.
Yeah.
What do we do? Because just off the back of Kate saying I'm up for it.
I said I'm down with this.
You did down and up. Do we do like one of those green light, red light, amber parties?
A theme like
so
that.
Kate just turns up.
So
in
Kate would be green,
and then if someone else turned up in green,
It's not Squid Game.
Is that how you pair people up?
it'd be like
Traffic light party. Yeah.
I don't like that idea. Do you know what I want? And I don't know how this is going to unfold.
Sure.
Sorry?
Really?
Have you finished?
Yeah, mate.
You dismissed his idea far too quickly for his
what I
liking.
enjoyed.
Oh, sorry. I don't have time for what we usually do, which is we call a meeting, we sit there, we feign interest, and then we all laugh about it. Ha ha ha, the big rig had a really lame idea again today, and then we move on. Do you want to do that on air?
No, we don't have time.
Don't have time.
I want a bit more of the matchmaking stuff where... I guess this is back end, but when we end up hearing from people,
I can't do anything about your back end.
No. My back end is
party's
fine.
gone to another level.
Okay.
There's a green light on your bum.
And a whole lot of traffic. No, absolutely not.
I'm not at that intersection.
Oh, gosh, is that a burst water, mate?
What's the name of that highway?
Stop talking about my bottom.
Leave Hershey out
I have
of
a
this.
lovely bottom. Quite the powerhouse, apparently.
Her bum has a nickname revealed here on Nova.
Take the M1, please.
Okay.
Yes, you were saying.
No, I don't know what I was saying. Oh, what I was saying is I can't wait to get down into the nitty-gritty
Oh, no.
of
I don't think you can
like
talk.
pairing up people.
Yes, I like that too.
Because we still haven't worked out how you could be there, and we will maybe talk about that overnight.
Yeah,
let you know tomorrow.
Matchmaking.
Yep.
Big Tony from the Central Coast has given us a call. Welcome to the show, Big Tony. What do you want to talk to us about?
Oh, I just want to say hello. It's been a while, team. Ramp it up, not ramp it down.
Ramp it up, Big Tony.
Who's Big Tony?
Oh, okay, Richie, the story of Big Tony and the success of finding love on this show, because we bring singles together through traffic dating, and that's where we met Big Tony.
Oh, have you done this before?
Big Tony went on to meet the love of his life.
That is correct. Yes, that is. You've given me the Australian dream. I have a beautiful partner, I have a house, and I have a son that just turned 1.
Oh, Big Tony.
Through traffic dating, Tony.
Absolutely, you two are the perfect pair for matchmaking.
Oh, my God. Don't say that. Don't say that. What did you call your son? Was it Fitzy or Whipper?
Orlando.
Orlando Bloom.
Beautiful.
That's right. So how long have you and Brianna been married now?
Not married, no. We've been together 2 years.
That is so good, Big Tony.
If you're listening, darling, hello, love you.
Oh, well, this is magnificent. So, Tone, I mean, back in the day, I think there was a couple of times we tried to find love for you until you found her.
That's correct.
You would be up for a singles party? This is a great idea. Should we go ahead with this, Tone?
Oh, if you don't, you're mad.
I reckon, Tony, Big Tony is the pin-up boy. He's the face of this because really he's the success story. He's the only proof we have of being able to match people on this show. And Big Tony is the proof. He's the yardstick.
Well, we need to have Tony there.
Yeah. Because the strike rate isn't that good.
Big Tony, can you come along as inspiration?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Great. You and Brianna be there just to prove that we can actually do that. If not, Tommy, cardboard cutout of Big Tony.
Maybe we could bring the baby.
No,
although there's been a lot of criticism about taking babies where they're not meant to do to be Arj Barker, Taylor Swift. I mean, can Tony and Brianna bring the baby?
Yeah, absolutely they can. But, Tony won't be looking for love on the night, obviously. But we will announce tomorrow, how you can get there and where it will be.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitzy Whipper, Kate Ritchie, guys. Let's move on to the story about first kisses. I've seen a beauty, by the way. I'll add that in a minute. But right now, let's talk about the two. They were on a bit of a date, which is nice. Reckless. She was 25. He's 18.
Is that reckless?
Well, what happened next was, Kate, I don't have an issue with the age difference. She's the older woman and she has snagged herself a cute man. They were driving at the time when the 18-year-old boyfriend decided to change the music. While doing so, she thought his attempt to change the music as he leant into the centre was an invitation for the kiss. So while they're driving, she leans over to give him a bit of a kiss. They had not kissed before. I mean, at least kind of pull the car over, I would think. If you read the play and you realised there was a moment. You're like, hold on a tick. Indicate, mirrors, head check, and then pull over.
But maybe that's putting a lot of pressure on the first kiss. Maybe like a little smooch, like an afterthought, like we're just so comfortable in each other's company. We just happened to kiss and, oh my goodness, it's happened. And wow, it was amazing and natural.
It certainly happened because the car went off the road. It then rolled, lost control. The good news is they are okay, but the car was found on its side, as you'll see in these photos, with the passengers still kissing inside. No, they weren't.
Perfect line leading up to the kiss too would be, I think we should get out of first gear, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
yeah. Why don't we go
smooth?
Why don't we go off road in this Mitsubishi?
It's Do you know what? I wonder if there was chemistry as the car was rolling. Like
he landed on top of her and thought, "Hang on a minute, we've really jumped into it here."
Well, it's you know what? Like first kisses are disaster stories. 13, 24, 10 get involved. Do you know what the big one was in our era? Was spin the bottle was a big one for first kisses, which was always hard because you had an audience and you didn't.
Never did it.
Well, it kicks the fun out of it, really, doesn't it?
It does.
Maybe it was the first version. We didn't have reality TV, so it was a bit more of that voyeurism. It's like spin the bottle. Who are we going to watch do something for the first time?
Fitz, were you embarrassed or you?
No. Well, that was in high school. My second kiss was spin the bottle. First kiss was Kate Ridley at the Year 7 graduation. But they put up two barriers, and everyone who had a boyfriend, girlfriend had to go in there, and everyone counted how long you could kiss for, Kate. And I reckon I remember Stephen Atkinson got like a minute 15. I'm going, what? First of all, how much saliva do you have?
That's a long time.
I know. Well, I only got to about 25 seconds and that was it. I was done.
It's a lot
and
of
it was
time.
really disappointing. Everyone was, mate, you've just blown your chance. Kate Ridley will never be coming back.
Yeah.
We went to different high schools and it was done and dusted. Second was spin the bottle.
Yeah. Tommy hates me telling this story, but I'm going to go for it. I was at the pub one time.
This is graphic, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I was at the pub and everyone was having a great time and there was a guy and a girl there and they hadn't met before but they were getting on really well and they'd had a few drinks. It was sort of towards the end of the night because I remember maybe the barman had even called last drinks and someone said, let's have a shot. So we went to the bar. Anyway, so we had a shot of tequila, I think, because it was lemon and salt, and and they were flirting because I think he licked the lemon off her hand, the salt off her hand, and then he went in for the kiss. The kiss lasted probably 1 second before she vomited in his mouth.
Was that first kiss?
Yep, first kiss. And they then pulled apart and the vomit then went down the front of the two of them.
Oh, did it hit her stomach and come straight back up or something?
And then I was the only one that saw the two of them. As he looked at me, realised I'd witnessed it, and they went off to the bathroom to get cleaned up, and he just looked at me and said, "Don't tell anyone." Oh. I mean, we're on air now. I suppose I've kind of gone against his wish.
Just, Kate, give us a name. Who was your first kiss? Give us a name. Come on. Don't make it up.
Craig?
He's not going to ring in the show.
It was Milko.
Can't make out with an imaginary friend.
You are better than this. You're better than this.
I don't think I have a name. Maybe I'll try and think of one.
What are you talking about? I'll try and think of one. There only is one.
First kiss stories, if you've got one, if it was a disaster. Karen in DY, you had a first kiss fail?
Oh, absolutely. It was my 12th birthday and we were playing Spin the Bottle.
Yep.
And my youngest sister, who was only 2 at the time, picked the bottle up, an old Coke bottle, glass, and hit my boyfriend over the head with it.
Did you crack him open?
It knocked him out.
Oh, wow.
And then you kissed him, which was a bit weird, Karen.
He doesn't remember it.
Yeah, that was very weird.
I can't believe you taught him to do that.
That is so good. She's like, stay away from my sister. Tyler in New South Wales, your first kiss. Disaster?
It was pretty bad. It was, it wasn't too bad. It was a fun experience, but it freaked me out. So it was my Year 12 after party. I was on the dance floor and I was a bit drunk, Year 12 after party things. A girl came up and just grabbed me by the face, started kissing me, and it freaked me out. And then a couple of minutes later, another girl came up and did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I called my mum to pick me up because I wasn't feeling well. I went home, I vomited.
Awesome.
A week later, I got glandular fever.
Awesome. The kissing disease.
Oh, see, that's what kissing will do to you.
You were abused, weren't you, Tyler? You were used as a piece of meat because you were such a great catch.
Well, maybe they knew it was your first kiss, and the couple of the girls said, "You know what? Let's be the first."
Yeah, let's get in there.
What a roller coaster! Do you regret getting glandular fever, or you were still up for those 2 kisses, Tyler? You wouldn't change a thing.
Look, I wouldn't change it. It was a fun experience, but I don't know how they knew it would have been my first kiss unless someone told them.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
you were telling everyone on the night,
Yeah,
Tyler.
I know. How's the kissing career been since then?
Slow.
Slow? Yeah, that's okay. Take it slow.
Tyler
No crime in that.
He could be in the running for the singles party.
He could.
This kiss.
Have we got Brianna on the Central Coast? Is Brianna there?
Unstoppable.
No.
Well,
No,
do you know
she's not
what,
there.
Kate? Should we go to
she's
yours?
back. Brianna's there.
Well, Brianna's there. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning.
Are you going to dob in a friend?
Sorry?
Are you going to dob in a friend?
No. So I'm Big Tony's missus.
Oh, Brianna!
So
Hello,
through traffic.
darling. If you're listening, I did hear a little shout out.
Oh, see, that's magnificent.
you
Fell in
sound
love
in
through
love.
traffic dating, Brianna, and you've got a little beautiful child now, Orlando.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the first kiss with Big Tony? How did that go down?
Well, he is quite tall and I'm quite short, so it was a bit of a, is he coming in for a kiss?
That is awesome.
But it was the best kiss of my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's the little
And
one.
there's the little baby. You guys sound like you really like each other and you're in love.
This is such a good story,
Definitely.
isn't it? Brandy, we love celebrating you. Thank you for calling the show, and we want to welcome you to our singles party as well. You and Big Tony need to be there, but Brianna, stay on the line because Kate's going to give you the story about her first kiss.
I think it was a spin the bottle experience.
You're making it up.
No. The thing with me is, I don't know. This is going to get really heavy.
You do know.
No,
Everybody remembers their first kiss.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
because
do.
I've had some strange, messed up parallel childhood, and I'm not joking. Sometimes I don't know if things I did were what I did or what Sally did, and I'm not joking.
Actually, can I ask this question? Was on air, was that your first kiss on air?
I don't know.
Different thing.
But what I know is that I went to a party when I was in Year 6 at Tamara Walzak's house, and she was like, cool, way cooler than I could ever be.
Yeah.
And I went to the party, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I was like, oh, and I think we played Spin the Bottle or something, and I'm sure I kissed a boy called David. Hi, David.
Hi, David.
But then I see photos of Sally in a hippie outfit kissing some boy called Troy while Pippa and Michael peered in the kitchen window of the Summer Bay house, and they were mortified that little Sally was having a kiss. And I don't know
which one's real.
I know which one's Sally and which one's Kate, but I don't know which one happened when, or whether my real life experience I've made up in my head to make myself feel better.
I wish I'd never asked.
Actually,
there's a can of worms here, isn't there?
It's an interesting question, though, that when they're asked in the script when it says that you need to kiss someone at that young age, I mean, obviously they'd have to get
permission.
Approval from your parents.
No, not in the old days. I mean, anyone could do anything. I know now when you work on a television show, you've actually even got to fill out insurance forms around like whether you get cold sores or whether you have to do certain things, and then they have someone on set monitoring all this stuff. Back then it was just like, I don't think anyone even asked me whether I'd had a first kiss or not. It was just like, hey, today we're going to talk about you getting boobs and wearing your first bra, and then maybe tomorrow we'll have your first kiss, and we're not going to ask whether you've had your first kiss or not. I guess we're just going to put you up there with someone you haven't met. But I probably had my first kiss before Sally did, because I'm sure they asked all around the country for someone to kiss me, and I just couldn't find anyone that would do it.
Katie, this is a serious question.
Did you call me Katie?
Sorry about that. Kato, this is a serious question. Do you use tongue when you kiss on camera? Because my understanding is you don't, but then I kind of feel like the tongue action is the selling point to make a kiss look believable.
Well, you don't see the tongue. You don't see the tongue on camera.
But the tongue guides the rhythm of the kiss.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't it? So if you were just to open...
Well, I think for you'd need a stunt double if you did kissing scenes with a tongue like that.
Because it's too big.
It's massive. But I do think
do you know what I mean? Could you answer the question?
No, you don't. You don't need to use tongue in Summer Bay.
No.
Well, I don't think you do. I mean, I never offered it up.
That's what makes you a great actor.
A great actress.
Actor. Doesn't matter whether you're a boy or a girl. You're an actor. And you're great at it, and that's why this country celebrated you for so long with 2 gold logies.
Thanks for your story, Kate. You're in the running for Nova's 10K a day in May.
Oh,
yeah. The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate Ritchie's
Theme Queen.
Well, it's a stayer, the old theme queen. We're up to round number 14. Wow. We're going to get straight into it this morning, guys. I am your host. Queen of not just the theme, but hilarious memes. And Timu's number one customer, Kate Ritchie. Because I like really, really tiny things.
I don't know if you've conquered the meme mountain yet, to be honest with you. You've told us about
further.
You've told us about a couple of memes. They haven't gone down too well.
Well, it's because you don't commit, Fitzy. This is the thing with a meme.
They're very funny.
If when I say, oh my goodness, I saw a funny meme, instantly it's like your shutters go up. You have to go, okay, I'm just going to run with this because I could miss out on the highlight of my day if I don't listen to Kate like inarticulately.
It's a visual. Usually memes are visual. It's hard to do on radio.
Well, for people like you, and you have to see the pictures.
But you know when you say,
I'm just saying sometimes you might connect to a meme on a different level.
Like a picture can say 1,000 words, but you've said 10,000 and we still can't see the picture.
Okay, we're moving on. You know the game is very simple. We've got 3 rounds. In each round, there are 3 songs. Each of the 3 songs are connected by a theme. You just got to...
Okay, I'm ready.
I mean, don't jump in too early, but just tell me what the theme is and you can get a point.
I'm nervous.
Round number 1, song number 1.
Don't call my name, don't call my name.
I quite like
Lady
that song
Gaga?
by Lady Gaga. Yeah. Song number 2.
Okay. Got it.
Oh. If only you would commit to my memes the way you do a theme early in round 1. And song number 3.
Great song.
Oh, isn't it a brilliant
Iris,
song?
Valerie and Alejandro.
Yeah, what do you reckon? What's the theme, guys?
Are they places?
Fitzy.
I was going to say they were... They were names.
Oh, and you would be correct.
Then what's the last one?
Iris. The song is called Iris.
Is it?
That's why I said Iris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good listener. Oh, you got your ears on for Winning Wednesday. Round number 2, song number 1, guys.
Spandau Ballet.
Okay, got it, guys?
Got it. Do you want me to say it now or wait
No,
for the
you
next
don't,
one?
but you don't have it.
Yeah, I
So
do.
what have you got so far?
Iron and Gold.
You've got Iron and Gold, and we're going to go with song number 3. Okay, hurry up.
Titanium. They're all metals. They're all elements.
No, they're not places.
2 for the dog. 2 for the old dog here.
Let's get a show of hands about how everybody's enjoying this game.
I love it. I'm
Thank
killing
you.
it.
Even Ash in the newsroom, she looks slightly disinterested. Okay, in there, everyone's loving
Don't
it.
lose
No, I am.
faith in this.
I'll let it go for a little bit longer.
Oh, will you?
Instead of jumping in straight away.
I love it.
You're going to love this round.
Mm-hmm.
Song number 1. Song number 2.
Who's this?
Taylor.
Did you mean that? Did you mean
I
who
don't
is
know that
this?
song. What's the name
What's
of
it? Yeah, what is that called? Lover.
And song number 3. 3 very different songs, guys. So what have we got so far?
Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Michael Jackson.
Okay, what are the yeah?
They're all American. Man, it was a wide swing.
Because you're not trying.
No, I am trying. It's because your theme queen is a great challenge.
Are they the biggest tours of all time? Nah. Taylor, Michael, Katie? Nah, it wouldn't be up there, would it?
We're you guys are kind of focusing on the names.
Okay.
What are the
Teenage
songs?
Dream.
Let's start with Katy Perry again.
Yeah. Feel. Teenage Dream.
Teenage Dream.
Yeah. We got Lover. And then we've got Michael Jackson.
They're all emotions.
You know what? Smarty pants. I think we're going to go to Helen in Katoomba, who's called in. She might have a bit more of a clue as to the theme of round 3. Helen, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good morning. Hello from the canteen in Katoomba.
From the canteen in Katoomba.
The high school canteen at Katoomba High.
Can I ask you, what's your signature in there, Helen? What do the kids love to get from you?
Well, you can't go past the old pie and sauce.
Well,
yeah, I love a sausage roll. When you do chocolate milk, though, do you have real chocolate milk or do you have the milk which you pump the chocolate syrup into?
Great question.
No, we still have real oat chocolate milk.
Okay. All right, Helen.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so I'm thinking, is it the same song that was on the album? Like Thriller was Michael Jackson's album and that was the song?
Yeah, I think so. Are you trying to say songs with the same name as the album, Helen?
Yes, I'm trying to say that, yes.
You would be correct. Thank you so much for saving us this morning.
So the Taylor Swift album was called Lover, was it?
Yes, one massive.
Wow. You didn't even know it was Taylor Swift, Ryan Jones.
So Katy Perry's
Teenage
song
Dream.
Teenage Dream. The album was called Teenage Dream.
Yes.
And then the Michael Jackson album, which at the time...
Oh, you know what? I've had enough of the two of you.
And I think is still the highest selling album ever.
Are they places?
Theme Queen back next week.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk fashion, guys. Yeah, sorry if I'm a bit tired this morning. Obviously, a huge day yesterday.
Really?
Not happy with my seats.
What did you go to, mate? Was it Tarot Cash?
Yes, I went to PE Nation as well. People gave me an invite there. Not happy at all. I didn't know that there was seats out in the car park. I couldn't see anything.
Oh, okay. Just a carriage works there.
Why did you score one of those seats?
I was sitting next to a security guard. And I said, mate, when does the show start? And he said, it's just about finished. And I went, what? And I felt so stupid sitting there in my leather overalls from a great brand called The Tool Shed.
Who?
And I'm thinking, why...
You've gone to
why
all
do
this
I
effort.
why do I do this? Actually, just on that, Jessica Rowe looked magnificent. She was at Australian Fashion Week yesterday, supporting her daughter. Her daughter was modelling.
Allegra, I think.
Allegra.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's
For who?
gorgeous.
Who was she Who was she walking for?
Okay, you've got me under the pump here now, Kate. I think Supre or for Sports Girl. One of those. Anyway.
I don't know if you're serious about any of this.
No, Allegra was walking, but I don't think it was for Supre or Sports
Okay.
Girl.
Jessica Rowe forced to sit in the second row to watch her daughter model. Give me a break. There were all these influencers in front of her in the front row. They put her in the second row. She's there supporting a family member. At least put her in the front row.
She mustn't have as many followers or something. I did not even click on that headline because I thought, the chat about who gets the front row and what makes who more important.
Peter Overton will lead with it tonight.
Can't be bothered.
He should. There's also obviously quite a few math stars that are reportedly blacklisted from Australian Fashion Week.
Why is that?
Do you know the hardest part about maths stars and Fashion Week Fits is that the minute maths finishes, everybody forgets who they are. And then they turn up at an event like this and you're trying to sell a story that nobody knows what you're talking about.
There was a girl that was in last year's series. Remember we had her, or she in 2 series ago, Tommy, I can't even remember.
Evelyn.
Remember we had a bit of a Blue on air live? They were in the studio with her boyfriend. I can't even remember her name.
Yeah.
She was there. I don't think they're even invited. They just rock up.
I don't think you rock up. Can you imagine just rocking up? Well, what, to have their photo taken outside?
They get their photo taken outside, Kate, and then they go.
Go home.
Yep.
And put a new outfit on, probably.
Unless they're big fans of the architecture at the carriage works there,
And
they're
the
not
car park.
getting in. They're not getting in. Charlene Davies. Have you heard of Charlene Davies? Kate, I've just sent you
no.
a photo of Charlene.
let me have it up.
Fashionista. So she's rocked up. This is day 2. She's had some amazing outfits. Charlene rocked up to the carriage works with her iconic bob, perfectly waved with knife clips. She had knives as clips in the bobs of her hair.
Yeah.
Weird.
She's wearing a black suit. Above the suit, she donned a full circle dinner table, complete with a dinner set, wine glasses, fine china and croissants. Okay, so speaking to Pedestrian TV, she said she was inspired by the concept was coming from my Instagram account. I get a lot of comments, like the high frequent ones are serving. Are you serving it? Are you serving today, Charlene? So she said, well, why don't I serve it? And she served up some croissants on a table and she wore that as a suit. That's an obvious choice, isn't it, I suppose?
She made your leather overalls look quite normal then, Fitz, I would have thought.
She was front row. I'm still out in the car park.
Who ate the croissants?
Where do you sit, though? I mean, surely that table can be taken up over your head and put to the side so you can sit in the front row. It reminds me of Anya Taylor-Joy's outfit on the Mad Max red carpet where she had all those spikes. Is it Paco Rabanne? All the spikes, and no one could get near her.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's a way of not talking to people wearing a table.
Do you know, I don't want to say this, I don't want to offend anybody here, but I've seen this kind of thing before with a short-statured person and the food, which made for more of an ergonomic height for the food to be served. But
I'm not touching this.
I don't know. The only person that table would work for, Fitzy, is you at 6'7".
Yeah. Oh, Tom, is it 10 to 9?
Yeah.
Damn it, Tom.
What is
I'm hitting the runway in 20 minutes. I've got to get going. I've got to get going to the carriage works. I'm back again today.
In the leathers again in the car park sitting next to a security guard. Say hello to Fitzy, everyone.
Well, I was going to ask you guys what you thought of this fishnet vest, but I'll try again. I'll try again.
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.